Hey folks, all right. So I got some stuff for you today, and it's just a little venting. I'm a partake in, and I hope you stick around to hear it all. But it's just to show you and prove to you how Kamala is not a good fit. She's not a leader. She's not a true leader. So this first thing I'm gonna show you is a video, and it was when she was running for president back in 2019, and watch her reaction, her demeanor, her body language, and I'm also saying watch her husband, okay? And and then I'm of course, I'm a parallel that to Donald Trump and how he handles situations, and you're gonna see a staunch difference, okay? And you have to really be honest with yourself, truly honest with yourself. Who do you think appears to be a better leader? It's proven, shown themselves to be a better leader, can handle the stressful situations. Like being president it's not an easy task. All right. There's a lot of pressure behind it. And can you truly see Kamala under pressure and being able to um, handle it? Can you truly see that? I mean, it's different. It truly is. But here, take a look at these. Take a look at these real quick.
Hello. Okay. Hi. Whoa. Wait a minute, sir.
Asking for your attention to a much bigger idea.
Thank you so much, sir, for your big idea. But we want to make sure that we are able.
Now, apparently, the guy that just wanted to be rude and snatched took the microphone from Kamala, some animal rights activist, I believe. But okay, so that's like a slap on the wrist compared to what Trump has endured. All right, and you saw the picture. I didn't want to play the video. Wasn't sure how YouTube was going to react to that, but just you saw how he reacted to the shot. Okay, the dude was actually shot in the head, blood ringing down the side of his head. All right, face, and he still stood up, pumped his fist, held his fist high, and said, "Fight, fight, fight." Okay. Kamala, on the other hand, decided that she was just gonna, Now, had that been Trump, again, like you're going to be president. You're talking about being president. Is that how you're going to react to situations like that? Of course, it's going to be surprising. I mean, surprising, duh. But I mean, she's even who was it? George Bush had shoes thrown at him. Okay, and it's not. She is not leadership material. And then I'm also going to put emphasis on her husband. I'm gonna call him a beta because first of all, he should have been the first one up on the stage. First one up on that stage. As soon as that rando guy, jackass, who walked up there and took the microphone out of her hand. He should have been the very first one. Instead, he waited. He waited till about 4 or 5 guys were already on the dude, and he was halfway off the stage anyway. And then it's like you trying to carry a TV and you just carrying the remote to say that you helped carry the TV into the house. Come on, man. Again, folks, she's not leadership material. She really isn't. Think about how the media have had to cover for her and babysit her and do all the heavy lifting for her. Okay, you want to make excuses, whatever. Whatever. It's stupid that you want to make excuses, but she's been the Democratic nominee for the past over 30 days, and you are talking about we know she doesn't have any policies of her own. She hasn't released any of her own policies. When she does come out with policies, she's copying Trump's policies. All right.
Will cap cost at just $35 a month per type of insulin, and some plans may offer it free.
So for everybody that was getting ripped off and paying tremendous prices, senior citizens, is a tremendous saving.
It is President Biden and I that took on Big Pharma and finally capped the cost of insulin for our seniors at $35 a month. But Donald Trump and his running mate intend to get rid of our $35 cap on insulin.
Policies that he's spoken on for years, and she criticized him for, like, building the wall. And not only that, but then she released, or her campaign released, a video about the wall securing the border, and there's multiple shots of the wall that Trump built.
Keeping people from illegally entering the country obviously is the right thing to do, but we need comprehensive immigration reform, and I suspect that is what the vice president supports.
But if you take a look at that ad, one thing that I found striking is if you look, and I think we have the images here, there are at least 3 points in that ad that show the border wall, Donald Trump's border wall. Is it now the position of the Democrats that they favor the border wall?
The same wall that Biden and Harris stopped building. And now she's wanting to, so what kind of leadership is that? And she's lying about everything that she says she's going to do. You really truly believe that she's going to fulfill these promises? She's not. This is just psych you into it. And a lot of you have already thrown your support behind her because you just don't want Trump, which is the dumbest reason to vote against him. It's because, well, I don't like how he sounds, and I feel you bless your heart is all I can truly say, because there have been countless examples of her not showing that she's a true leader. And Trump has more so often. He always, every day, is showing how much of a leader he is, how strong of a leader he is. And you guys just don't want to, you just can't comprehend that for whatever reason. I guess you haven't unlocked that part of your brain yet. I don't know. But just like I said the other day, so we just came up on 3 years since the botched Afghanistan pullout, right? Where the pullout happened under Biden and Harris, all right? And Kamala will gleefully state that she was the last one in the room with Biden when they made the decision to pull out. And that was a devastating day because we lost 13 of our own men and women, on top of leaving behind billions of dollars worth of equipment that ended up in the hands of the enemy, of the terrorists, and it's ridiculous. And of course, again, they held a parade about it. Now, on that, the 3-year anniversary of that, Trump went and laid flowers at each of those that lost their lives, and he laid a wreath at their tombstones. And at Arlington Cemetery, nothing from Kamala Harris or Biden. And then you also have the media, again, they're babysitting her. All right, they're holding her hand. They are walking her through this. They're going to come out and bash Trump for actually recognizing those who lost their lives. He didn't forget. He's not even president right now, but he's showing that he's more presidential than Kamala is, and she's trying to run for president. Why isn't she trying to win you all over? They trying to say that, the DNC showed who was more patriotic, that they were more patriotic than those at the RNC and Trump supporters. Yet on the outside of the DNC, protesters were burning flags. And on the inside, they were waving flags and trying to sing the national anthem. But no, 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 no. I'm not buying it. And if you guys are buying it, again, bless your hearts. But then you also had her, so we've yet to actually hear much from Kamala in regards to a debate, or actually even just a town hall or interview. All right. Well, so she's finally agreed to an interview, and it's with Dana Bash, CNN. So she's finally agreed to that. But again, holding her hand, walking her through this, babying her. She's doing it with her VP pick, Tim Walz.
I have great confidence in Dana and CNN to do this. I think it's incredibly weak sauce to show up with your running mate. The fact that they don't have enough confidence in her to let her sit herself, the actual top of the ticket, and do a single interview. In fact, I think the hand wringing and the gyrations over this over the last month show a troubling lack of confidence in her political ability, which also makes you wonder as a voter, well, what kind of president would you be if this kind of a small time decision, can we do an interview or not, what does that look like for your decision-making process, so on? So yes, I think Republicans are going to think it's pretty weak to show up with effectively someone to take up half the time.
Now, why can't you go through your first official as the nominee, your first official interview since becoming a nominee? How is it that you can't do this on your own? Why do you have to have your VP sitting by your side? What is that? What is that? Seriously. And I want, you know what? And the same, you guys are hypocrites in regard to those who faithfully hail Kamala Harris as your savior and, goddess and whatnot. Y'all would just be going to town on Trump if he were to do anything like she's done. Not come about for any interviews and, holding out on debates. And then, of course, so like the debate part, they finally, Trump wanted to do 3. Kamala only wants to do 1. Okay. And then like she wanted to change the terms of the debate. She wanted to go back on what they had basically agreed to. She wanted to sit down. She wanted hot mics. She wanted notes. For why? How come you can't stick with the original agreement? How come you want to sit down? Why do you need notes? Do you not know what it is that are you not prepared? Are you not familiar with the situations that are plaguing this nation? That the issues that have happened on your watch? And someone has stated not too long ago as to why they believe that she wants to sit down, or they were requesting a sit down instead of, standing behind the podium, traditionally. It's because she's short. Trump is what, like 6'2", 3, somewhere around in there, something like that, give or take. And she's what, like 5'3", 5'4", something. So he would, and of course, she's smaller, right? And he's this big, tall, guy, and he's just gonna tower over her. He's just gonna look stronger. He's just gonna look like a better pick as a leader, just on the surface alone. And then it'll just be downhill from there with her having to answer questions, and she's fumbling around, and you can't tell if she took too much melatonin or if she's just confused as to where she is at the moment. But I'd say all of this because we have a lot going on that each and every day is something new that we're being told, that we are finding out. We cannot afford another 4 years of Kamala. We can't afford another 4 years of a Democrat empowered period. we've had Trump. We've seen what Trump can do. Get it out of your heads that it's about her skin color or the chromosomes that she carries. That has nothing to do with it at all. She wants to tout her credentials as a prosecutor, this, and being tough on crime, that you can go back on her record and you can tell that she was horrible at that too. Just because you throw your credentials in my face does not mean that you were good at your job at all. As you can call yourself a preacher, but that does not mean that you are truly faithfully preaching the word of God. You could be a false prophet. Just because you are a doctor, that doesn't mean that you're good at your job. D's get degrees anyway. So, no, I'm not just going to, oh yeah, I'm not, no. Throw that. And then try to say that Trump isn't qualified to be president. He was president once before. We didn't have any new wars. He stood firm against, Putin, Kim Jong-un. I mean, like, we barely heard from Kim, okay? He's, this dude was all about his missiles and showboating their weaponry. We've barely seen him. You may see a little blip every now and then, but nothing to the magnitude it was before. And can you really truly see Kamala standing firm for the U.S., standing against those who oppose us, actually securing our border? We have so many dangerous illegals here. And it won't get any better with her in office. She could have closed the border a long time ago. Why is she making that promise now? Why is she standing on that now? She was the border czar. You can go back and check the receipts on that. Internet is forever. All right. You might have to dig a little bit because, of course, they're going to try to cover it, but it's out there. You know it is. You even have video of Biden, giving her that role, that title. So now she wants to secure the border. Why in the world it's ridiculous that we still have to have these types of discussions on something that is so easy, so cut and dry, so black and white. There's no hidden agenda behind it. You can literally tell who would be the stronger and better candidate, the better president, the leader that we need. Because if she gets in office, look, you were warned. I pray, and I surely continue to pray to God, and I hope you are too, that she and Waltz do not become president, because we can't afford it. If those two get into the White House, for those who call themselves Christians, are Christians, you're in for a rude awakening. And it's not like you weren't told. And I want you to also check this out too, and y'all go do some homework, all right? But I want you, those who are Christians and those who claim to be Christians and those who just, hold traditional values. But I want you to go and take a look at both Kamala's and Waltz's churches. All right. Kamala's church is in California. Can't remember the name of it, but it's a Baptist church. And I want you to go listen to her pastor. All right. So Waltz's church, I want you to go take a look at that too. And go take a look at both of them and study their doctrine. Listen to how they are in the pulpit, what they say, what they believe in. And you tell me if that's going to make you feel safe as a Christian in this nation. in regard to, you know, what's biblically true. You know what the Bible says. You know where God stands on it. And you know that he is not to be mocked. So I want you to, just take a peek at it, all right? Inform yourself. Go do that, because again, you can tell them by their fruits. All right? And the signs are all there. I shouldn't be on here having to try to get you guys to see it, but you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. Like I said, it's a rant, and I appreciate if you made it this far. Thanks. Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Hopefully, you got something out of this. But I feel like just venting a bit, But so just go and check it out. And for those of you who are still down for Kamala, even though you can't name a single policy of hers or a single accomplishment, I'm praying for you. Truly, I am. Because, you know what? Common sense is free. And the left sure do love free stuff. So I'm surprised you all haven't jumped on that, honestly. Like, are you kidding me? Something's free now? Shh, sign me up. Common sense. Put me down for 2 of them. But anyway, so, hey guys, I'm out. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in. Of course, please, 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 if you so kindly will, like, comment, subscribe. I continue to see new subscribers each and every day. Shout out to all of you. Pray you stick around and you continue to spread the truth, because it's not going to do us any good if we just hold on to it, right? So, as always, stay in prayer. God bless, and catch you later.